The hearing of the Senate Energy and Natural Resources Subcommittee on Water and Power will come to order. The purpose of today's hearing, which is our first hearing together, is to discuss the Colorado River Drought Contingency Plan, otherwise known as the DCP. The Colorado River is the lifeblood of the southwestern United States. The 1,450-mile-long river provides drinking water to 40 million Americans, irrigation for 5.5 million acres of farmland, and more than 4,000 megawatts of carbon-free hydropower to communities across the West. The DCP represents landmark grassroots collaboration that will allow the basin states and tribes to prepare for a water-scarce future without the federal government imposing a one-size-fits-all solution. This is a truly historic agreement, which everyone involved should celebrate. I am especially proud of the work done in Arizona. It was tough, but through inclusive, good faith negotiations, cities, farmers, tribes, conservation groups, everybody came together and they found solutions to get it done. I want to congratulate Governor Doug Ducey, the state legislature, all of the stakeholders. Tom, you guys did a fantastic job, who are really too numerous to list on this outstanding achievement that's going to improve Arizona's water security for years to come. Work on the DCP has been underway for nearly 6 years. It has spanned the terms of 2 presidents, 3 interior secretaries, and 13 governors. The fact that this effort has seamlessly transitioned between Republican and Democratic administrations, both here in D.C. and out in the states, speaks to the importance of the broad support of these agreements. Now that the states have completed their work, it's time for Congress to take it across the finish line. I know many of us in the basin have been tracking this closely for the past several years and are ready to take action. I'm happy to report that a bipartisan agreement on legislation has been reached, and I plan, with my wing woman here, to be introducing this bill with my colleagues on the Colorado River Basin very soon, and that's a hint. I mean very soon, like as soon as possible. We want to drop this legislation and get it across the finish line and signed into law. While the agreements themselves are complex and some are attempting to complicate matters with unrelated issues, the proposed legislation is actually simple, one of the shortest pieces of legislation I think I've seen. It allows the DCP to be signed by the Secretary and lets the states and Mexico get to work saving water. We must act quickly or we will see Lake Mead decline for another year, even in the wet year that we've had. With so much at stake, it's not surprising the legislation has broad support from water and power users, tribes, and conservation groups throughout the basin. And without objection, I would like to place the now 21 letters and statements of support for the DCP.
Yep, no objection.
All right, including the Mayor Gallego of Phoenix, Arizona Farm Bureau, Central Arizona Project, Colorado River Indian Tribes, Gila River Indian Community, Salt River Project, and 15 Arizona business groups. I hope we can stick together as a basin to get this legislation enacted very soon so water savings can be locked in for 2020. I understand there'll be more work to be done after we've authorized the DCP, but we can't let those next steps slow down this critical legislation. Today's hearing is the next step in this historic agreement, and I look forward to hearing from our witnesses. With that, I now turn to our ranking member, Senator Cortez Masto.